So, first and foremost, if there are any new players watching this video, welcome. I am happy that you've taken the time to play this game and check it out, and I hope that you enjoy it. So, whenever you get to this main menu, first of all, any avatars that you have that you buy from the shop, you go here, you can select them. However, you don't have to click confirm or anything, just click it and then go back. It saves it for you. It'll tell you on the top how many players are online and how many matches there are going on, and there are currently 3 with 1 match. This is because the game has not launched yet. Hopefully there will be more players in the foreseeable future. So all you do is go to play, go to quick match if you're looking for a game, game will do it for you. And boom, I'm in a game. And as you can see, I have that icon that I had selected in the settings. So this is what appears to be beginner setup. So as you saw the turns going by, the people who had those roles did their actions. Now it's my turn, and I'm going to choose to steal Lasmalin's ex-cop. Very well. These notes are very useful. Type in what you see, what you are, MSL, shoplifter or SL, and the order how which the roles perform their actions on the list. So I was shoplifter, so I went last. I am SL. I stole. I'm just going to say P1 for player 1's ex-cop. And if you're shoplifter and you steal another player's innocent role, you should always claim it at the very beginning of the day, of the interrogation phase, because it's an easy way to confirm 2 innocent members. So already half of us are confirmed. So we have player 2 Kitty saying, alright, I assume that she's going to claim, and we also need to get a claim from player 4 Dinofloss. Also, Lasmalin the ex-cop, and if you ever need to wonder about a role, you can actually just click on it in the setup and it will tell you what that role does. So Dino says that he is hostage, and it would appear that there is a player saying, no, you are not hostage. Oh? Why no? By the way, we are still waiting for Lasmalin's ex-cop results. He's going to hold on to those. Hostages can see other hostages, can't they? They cannot! They cannot do anything. They cannot do anything. So it would appear that both Kitty and Dinofloss are both hostages. So what this means is that if player 1 Lasmalin, who is the ex-cop, sees a hostage at the bottom, since there's only 2 hostages, then that means one of these hostage claims is lying. So let's see here. Okay, so he's saying, now I wish I looked at the bottom middle. I'm guessing he did not see a hostage. There's a bank robber down there and 1 rookie. See, that does not really do anything for us. So now it really just comes down to the gauntlet of, are both players telling the truth? I feel like player 2 Kitty was telling the truth because she genuinely made a mistake with hostages. And player 1 seems to agree with me here, so for me it's either nobody or Dino. I believe that Dino's claim is pretty accurate as well. Should we risk it and abstain? Yes. Is Dino? Of course you're going to say yes, otherwise we arrest you. Risk getting accused? I say we don't vote. I don't know, because player 4 is acting suspicious. This is why this is such a good social deduction game. And it's very genuine because a lot of the information you get is based off of how people act in the chat. I'm on board with either one at this point. Notice how much Dinofloss, player 4, is trying not to get arrested. And in any sense, you could read that and think, oh, well, he's trying a little bit too hard to not get arrested. Someone who was actually hostage would just be going with the flow. Because that's what a hostage does. I can see Dino doesn't suspect Kitty either. Yeah. And just by what happened in the chat, I can say with some certainty that Kitty is definitely not a bank robber. So whenever you're certain on who you want to vote, you click the accuse button. And I think it's if one more than half of the people click accuse, so in this case 3 people have to click it, then the option to accuse a player appears. Obviously you cannot accuse yourself, which is why there's an accuse button below your name. And if you don't want to vote anybody, then you don't click the accuse button. And Dinofloss was a liar. Remember what I was saying, that Dino, he wanted us to just not vote, and he seemed like he was trying too hard, and I kind of shrugged it off, but I should have listened to my instinct there. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Pay attention to the chat, pay attention to what it says, and if you have this gut instinct, you should definitely follow it, otherwise you might walk into the terrible, terrible trap that I just walked into. I am the... Oh, I'm the ex-cop. Nice. Ex-cop is probably the most fun role in this setup. Ex-cop has 2 different abilities. I can choose to click any other player and see what they are, or I can click 2 bottom cards down here of the unused cards, and I can decide to see what they are. Now, really, it is up to you what you want to do. If there is a plant in the role list, which in this case there's not, then it's probably a much better idea to check 2 bottom cards. But for this instance, I am checking 2 bottom cards because bank robbers in this setup love to claim hostage. So I'm doing this in the preparation that there might be 2 hostage claims, and since I have seen a hostage, if there is 2 hostage claims, I can jump out and say, oh, well, one of these 2 claims is lying. So at least in beginner setup, it is probably a much better idea to look at the bottom cards, just to take away some claim space from the robbers. Also, there's no Anarchist. A bank robber might claim Anarchist. That is actually a really good role to claim, because it's hard to disprove them. Okay, so I'm obviously ex-cop, and now we're going to ask if there's a shoplifter. There probably is a shoplifter, as I didn't see one down here. I stole Dino's ex-cop. Not true. I am ex-cop. And obviously I expect Dino to confirm because I imagine both player 1 and 4 are bank robbers teaming with each other. I saw hostage, bottom, middle, or BM, and Anarchist BR, which is bottom right. And let's see what Kitty claims, which is player 2, the only person that hasn't claimed yet. So last one claiming shoplifter and saying he stole Dino Floss's ex-cop is interesting. And that confirms, in my eyes anyway, that they are instantaneously both bank robbers working together. I'm no longer a cop, says the player 4. How surprising, says player. Oh hey, a bad play. I'm hostage. Yeah, there's no help there. P4 won't even say what he saw on the bottom. FYI, as ex-cop, you want to contribute to the innocent side as much as possible, and he also says, how surprising. A bad play from Krauser, which is me, and he's just saying that, and this is interesting because it sounds like he really is insulting me here, but he's just saying that so that player 2, who is Kitty, will think less of me, and if she thinks less of me, she's more likely to vote with him. So it's actually a really smart tactic to do what he did. As a bank robber, you want to look like an ex-cop, and so just instantly said what you claim to see and look innocent. Bottom right, hostage bottom. What? Oh, bottom right is bank robber and hostage is bottom right. I was about to ask Kitty to claim first, but you ruined it by trying to look innocent. You are trying too hard, Laz. Shade said what he saw before that. Yes, because I knew I would be right. Because I am actually the ex-cop. Look, now they're both saying, look, Shade's dumb. He doesn't know how to play. You shouldn't even listen to him, player 2. He's stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. They are trying to put me down, so you think I'm stupid. P2. P2 or Kitty, doesn't really matter. They are working to get her. I kind of trust Dino, says Kitty. Really? Saying an Anarchist is at the bottom. Both P1 and P4 are obviously teaming right now. They are both focusing on me. They are working together. Y'all are working together. Because you are. To make me look scummy. Kitty. Which is player 2. Vote 1. Please trust me. I thought he'd at least improve a bit. Man, you're actually kind of making this a bit offensive. Please, Kitty. So at the end of the interrogation phase, if time runs out, vote 1, please. If time runs out, then it automatically enters a vote. I'm probably gonna lose this. Wait, what? Oh, I completely forgot about Shoplifter. Oh, Dino, you suck too. Haha. I didn't even think about a Shoplifter. That defense was horrible. What do you mean? See, this is just a little bit rude, honestly, because that wasn't that bad. I guess that not only was that a good example of how confusing these games can get, even with something like beginner setup, you definitely need to think of everything. The idea of player 2 being a shoplifter didn't even cross my mind, especially whenever she claimed hostage, and it really was just between me and players 1 and 4. But I do believe that the entire defense of just saying that I'm a bad player. You know, you're not doing anything. You're playing poorly. I don't like that, and I think that's kind of a bad performance on their behalf. There's no reason for them to be jerks to me. I mean, I'd hate to see that happening to, you know, a new player that actually doesn't know what's going on, that doesn't actually know what they're doing. So, yeah, I am going to put this in the video because it's a pretty good example of how chaotic it can get and how you need to really remember to pay attention to the little details like a shoplifter. Anyways, that will be the end of this video. If your head hurts, that's good. I hope you can take a thing or two away from this. Always remember all the roles in the role list, even if it doesn't seem like it's important. Even shoplifter. I mean, geez, even that fooled me, and I'd consider myself a really good player. So yeah, you definitely it's definitely a lot to handle, and it's definitely a lot to take in. But this game is a lot of fun, especially whenever you're the one that is controlling everything, and you're the one that's kind of directing the pace of the game. And that comes with time. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!